Betsy Kling in the house tonight. Boy, we are in for quite the change weather-wise.
We are, and Matt's off this weekend, having some wonderful and much-deserved time with his family. And I know he likes to kind of give the outlook for the entire week. So I'm going to try and step into his rather large shoes and give you a little bit of a perspective on the outlook for the week. But first, it's going to be busy tomorrow because we have rain and rumbles that are going to be moving in as the morning goes on. Temperatures expected to be in the 60s to start. We'll be back into the 80s, well, right around 80 degrees for the afternoon. I think most of the evening, though, will settle back into the 70s. There's that little round of rain I was talking about just now coming into northern lower Michigan. This is all associated with a cold front that's going to drop in. This is wave one. There's another wave that is expected to come tomorrow night. And the good news is this is all baby steps toward a different air mass. And when we have a different air mass coming in, typically that means we have some significant changes coming in. You will feel the changes. I'll just put that out there. So tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. on your National Designer hour-by-hour forecast, there's your temperatures in the 60s. Notice the rain that is coming in. Now, this is not going to be a huge amount of rain for us, but it could have a few downpours that come through. By the time we hit midday, this is when we have a little extra heat to put into this system, so we could get some rumbles of thunder coming in with some heavy downpours at times. But it doesn't look like it's terribly widespread. We're going with a scattered rain and rumble chance as we go through the day. When it's not raining, you're probably going to be seeing peaks of sun. That happens again in the afternoon. That could help to recharge things a little bit. So more scattered rain and rumbles late afternoon, even into the evening. But for the most part, it looks like things really begin to settle down for us. Then once we get into Tuesday, this is when things really start to change for us. The temperatures are going to be starting Tuesday morning in the low 60s, and we will not make it out of the 70s on Tuesday. A few remaining showers, especially south. But the really good news here is that this is a much more comfortable air mass that is coming in. And of course, we have to take a look at the muggy meter to talk about that with those comfy dew points. The dew points in the 50s, that's considered comfortable. When it's in the 60s, that's humid, and we've been bouncing between upper 60s to around 70 for the last few days, so it's been oppressive. But you can see very cool, dry air is coming in. Temperatures are going to be in the 70s for a few days. Now, I know Matt loves to show these big pictures, and I do too. They kind of give you an idea of the scope of any kind of storm systems that come in. This is the general atmospheric flow pattern. So we would associate warm air with the reds, cool air with the blues, and the air flows along all of these lines. Notice here that this red establishes itself. This is not moving. This is called a ridge of high pressure, and this just puts the brakes on any west to east progression of storm systems. So the cool air that is coming in is actually going to be coming in backdoor from New England, and it's going to settle in on Tuesday, stay with us on Wednesday. Then we should start to see things even out a little bit. And I think it's an interesting kind of correlation that you can make there, because all of that hot air is set up right over an area that is in exceptional drought in the desert Southwest. Now you're saying it's desert. Of course it's dry. Well, this is way drier than average. And of course, a lot of these people rely on reservoirs for their drinking water and whatnot. And unfortunately, as we learned in the drought of '88 here in Cleveland, hot and dry go together and one feeds the other. So that drought not going anywhere soon. Union Home Mortgage outlook, look at the temperatures dropping down into the low 70s by Wednesday. We get a little pop back with some thunderstorm chances on Friday, but then even through next weekend and into next week, Lena, that's a very summary type forecast for us.
All right.